Hi, I'm Bob Baumann, founder of Baumann Clothiers, and today we're going to talk about summer 2017 and what you should be wearing. So what's so important with Baumann Clothiers is we emphasize dressing smart here. I like to call it relaxed luxury. For example, when you look at this coat right here, that coat goes great with a pair of blue jeans, but it also would look great with a pair of navy slacks. And so that's a jacket that you could take with two white shirts, a pair of blue jeans, the navy slack. You can go out of town for 3 days and you have two great outfits. You can rotate it. That to us is dressing smart, but at the same time, it is very much a luxurious look. Today, everything's going trimmer and trimmer and trimmer. In fact, one of the funniest things in the world is one of my most conservative clients who has always wanted a boxy look. He's always just wants to be conservative. He called me the other day. He says, okay, I notice everybody's wearing their pants shorter. Everybody's wearing their coat shorter. And now I feel like I'm getting dated. And I started laughing. I'm like, I was wondering when you were going to finally come around. I mean, are you sure? Do you have a fever? I mean, I thought maybe somebody else was calling me. And he says, okay, enough of the jokes. No, he says, I really want to update my look. And so with us, when you come in here, we know your style, we know what you like, but we're not trying to put everybody into the exact same suit. Whereas if you go into a store nowadays, everything is trim, and it's only trim. And so more and more people are struggling to be able to get into a suit and be comfortable. With custom, we can make you appear to be extremely trim, but we can still give you the comfort that you want in the garment. So let's talk about the case for custom. You know, people say, why custom? Well, today, clothing has changed so much. You go into stores and it's all about the fit. It's all about making it just as tight as possible. And that works for some people, but it doesn't work for others. And so with us, when we come in, we're fitting the personality. We're not trying to put everybody into the exact same garment. So if one guy wants his garment extremely loose, well, then we can do that. If the other guy wants it very fitted, we can do that. The beautiful thing about us is if you look at Brioni, Canali, all these stores are now opening custom tailored flagship stores. They really want to get into the custom business because that's where the market is. Major department stores, it's no secret, they're hurting. Every time you open the paper, another one is closing stores. And so everybody wants to get in the custom business. What's beautiful is we've been doing it for 27 years. That's all we do, and that's what we do the very best. I had a customer call me a few years ago, and he says, Baumann, I want to have lunch with you. Meet me over at so-and-so's. So it's a fancy restaurant, and this guy doesn't call me for lunch. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, wow, this is quite shocking. So I show up at the restaurant, and I'll walk in, and sitting next to him is his wife. And I said, okay, you two don't call me for lunch. So what's up? What's going on? He said, sit down, just figure out what you're going to order. I'm going to tell you what's going on. So I sit down, figure out what we're eating, and he goes, look. And there was one of the most prestigious department stores in the United States is right next door to this restaurant. And he says, I won an award for a custom-made suit from Xenia. I went in there, they fitted me, took all my measurements, the suit came in. Bob, not only did it not fit, I couldn't even get in it. He says, I cannot get in it. And I'm like, how could this be? Well, they were embarrassed. I was frustrated. Took 12 weeks to get it in. So they remeasure me, take all my measurements again, apologize, reorder the suit. 12 weeks later, I go down there. I could get in it, but there's no way it would fit. I could not get it to button. It was still 3 inches off. How can that happen? And I explained to him, I said, all we do is custom. A store like that probably sells a custom-made suit. They would be lucky if they sold one a day. They probably sell 2 or 3 a week. We sell 15 or 20 every day. So that's why we're the best. We've been doing it for 27 years now. So again, just a little bit about dressing smart. When we say dressing smart, it means looking your very best wherever you go, because you are a brand and people are looking at you all the time. And so here I am, I'm in a simple pair of blue jeans. I don't even have socks on. White shirt, and I've got a sport coat. This is dressing smart. At the same time, if I'm going out of town and I want a totally different look, I can take this coat with me, and all I do is change one article of clothing, and that is this sport coat. I put a different coat on, and what do you see? A totally different outfit. A good looking outfit. And all I did was change the coat. So remember, no matter where you go, it's important that you always look your very best, and that's what we're here to do. And with that, I want to finish the story that I was telling you yesterday about the gentleman that called me to the restaurant. Well, what happened next was interesting. He said, okay, so you need to finish your food because at 1 o'clock we're going down there and you're going to show them how to do your job, how to do their job. I said, whoa, I'm not about, he says, no, you're going. We have an appointment at 1. The manager of the men's department will be there. The manager of the men's store will be there. And you're going to show them how to measure. And so we ended up walking down the store. I walked in the room. And again, as I said earlier, it's one of the best stores in Dallas. And here were like 7 or 8 gentlemen looking at me. I felt like a cat on a hot tin roof. I mean, I was very uncomfortable being in there doing this. But I got their form out. And it was pretty clear to me what they were doing wrong. And I read it and everything. I put down all new measurements. And the great thing is the suit came in another 12 weeks later, and it fit him perfectly. And the true excitement about the whole story is about 2 months later, I was walking through that store, and I saw the manager. He saw me, and he stopped me. And he says, were you the gentleman that was in here a few months back, and you were measuring Mr. So-and-so? For a suit? And I said, yes, I was. He said, where did you learn how to do that? He says, I've never seen that done before in my life. The details, all the measurements you took. And I explained to him, that's all we do. We focus on custom, on making people look their very best. And that's how when we measure a suit, we know it's going to fit perfectly. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something new. And if you haven't been in this season, please come on in and we'll get you fixed up for summer 2017. Have a good day.